Hi, I'm Elizabeth Rae Stevens, and my debut novel Idyllwilde is being released on July 3rd. I'm very excited about it, and I wanted to read a little excerpt for you. A lot of my book takes place in 1910 in Milwaukee, but that story is recounted to us from Charlotte's perspective. She's about to turn 94, and she's telling the tale to her great granddaughter, Sarah. This is from the very beginning, right before she goes into her past. So, without further ado, it is evening, and I am still feeling frayed. The melodies invade my mind when it is quiet, and even with my records, I see pictures flash like a Nickelodeon. I feel exposed, though no one can see them but myself, and Sarah has given me my privacy for the day. I still feel the underlying current of irritation and anger, and I wish there were a place to direct it. For decades, I have kept a curtain over these scenes, and the fact that they are here now, with no respect for my distaste for them, relentless as the winter cold, is infuriating and humiliating. There is no reason that I should still feel this sort of shame and embarrassment, and so sharply. But here it is upon me, tainting everything. I am wishing for sleep, and yet dreading my dreams, where I have even less control. And dear Sarah, it could not be easy, caring for a husband, 2 children, and an ailing old woman. I remember how difficult it was to keep up with Ingrid's medicines and slipping memory in her last days. But Sarah is insistent that she is honored, always her word, honored, to look in on me. Even I know I require much more than looking in. But I have provided her this estate, with its rich history and respectability, and that is not nothing. It should have gone to her father after my own son's death, but he is much better suited to his modern apartment in Chicago, with its views of the lake beneath it, vast as a slate sea. It is a dizzying place, and the last time I visited, before Ingrid's death, I had stayed far away from the expansive windows. Sarah will be at home here, I hope. Our summers together were enchanted times, timeless in their way. We waltzed around each other easily, and were unburdened by the pretensions of entertaining one another. I shall always remember those times fondly. The way she filled every room with vases of roses until the heady scent had me opening windows and reaching for an aspirin. She will keep the gardens from becoming reclaimed by wilderness, will keep the iron gates from creaking and the shingles patched. She is a reliable thing, my Sarah. At her age, I was reckless, foolhardy, and naive. Her own father, while certainly loyal and dependable, is forward-thinking and has no sentiment for the past. The estate bequeathed to him would go up for auction next day, or be doomed to the wrecking ball for a skyrise of penthouses like his own. Sarah will shoulder the responsibility. She will embrace the burdens and the blessings, as I have. There is a gentle knock at my door, and Sarah enters with a small tray. I thought you might like a cup of tea. She sets it on my table before opening a drawer to find a set of bedclothes. In the amber light, she patiently unbuttons my paisley blouse, releases the clasp from my neatly creased polyester trousers, and dresses me like a doll. I am silent, searching for an apology that, like so many things, is just outside my reach. The aroma of chamomile and lavender from the tea is steeping the room in comfort, and I reach out to hold both her hands. When you have seen, when you've been through, I am grappling for the words and they are darting away from me like silver fish. I am losing my dignity. I am less than myself. I am less every day. And no one remembers who I was. It is so lonesome. I'm here, Grandma. You should not be locked up with an old woman. It isn't right. When I was your age, to have so little freedom, I could not have done it. I would not have. Grandma, I think I have an idea. Something to help both of us. You spend so much time listening to your records and remembering, and I've tried not to interrupt you. And I guess that backfired on me because you're lonely, and so am I. Lonely? My girl, you are never alone. Sarah laughs mirthlessly. Well, Holly at least speaks a little English, but it's sometimes more like being with pets than people. I flinch a little at this unflattering description of her children. I don't mean that as heartlessly as it sounds. I just mean, I know what you mean when you say that you're less yourself every day. It's different for me, but it's still the same. She sighs. I'm sorry, I'm not making any sense. Most of my conversations these days are with a 2-year-old, so it's all been dumbed down. So have I guess. Anyway, what if instead of remembering alone, you remembered out loud? I could hear from another adult for a while, and you would know that your old self was known. Tell you my memories? Yes. Who you were. I want to know. Would you want to tell me? Who I was. Tell Sarah. What a strange thought. It never occurred to me that she would want to know. It had never occurred to me that I would want anyone else to know. To have one person who remembers me. The idea is cool as water and as cleansing. I look at her and I see for perhaps the first time that she is a woman now, quite separate from her roles of daughter, granddaughter, mother, and wife. You will think differently of me, and there will be no going back. There's never any going back, Grandma. No, there isn't. Thank you so much for listening. If you would like to read more of Idyllwilde, it is available on Amazon now, and you can find more from me at ElizabethRaeStevens.com.